my dear YouTube friends. How are you guys doing today? Hi, welcome to my channel. How are you doing? Please let me know down in the comment field. I want to know. And Happy New Year. So today we are doing a WIP and chat, and in case you don't know what that is, WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. And that can be you working on a diamond painting like this. You can knit, you can crochet, you can cross stitch, you can take a walk, you can sit in your couch treating this like a podcast, you can shop, you can just drive in your car picking up the kiddos. Yeah, you can pretty much do whatever you want. And chat, well, chat means I'm going to chat your ears off for a while, okay? Okay, so if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you as part of my friends. There is a subscribe button right down there. Next to it, you will find a bell. If you ding that bell and choose all, you will be notified whenever I put up a new video. And if you're back, hi friends, welcome back. I hope you know how much I appreciate each and every one of you for watching my content. And all of you, please hit that thumbs up button, that like button down below. It makes me so happy, and it helps my channel somehow with all the algorithms and I don't know what. So, yes, like I said, WIP and chat, chatting your ears off, all the things. So, what are we working on? Well, as some of you might know, I am hosting a paint-along right now. It is wizard themed, and it has to be from Diamond Art Club. So what am I doing? Please? Can I? Maybe. Hang on. I don't know what's going on here. It won't. Come on, you. Please make this a little clearer. Maybe not. So this is called Wizard Spell. It is by Steve Sundrum. And it is square drills. And, well, you can't see this at all. I don't know why it won't focus. Well, anyway, this is square drills. It is a 94 centimeter by 70 centimeters. We have 88 colors, and I love the colors. Where am I? I am working on it like this. And we are, where am I? Right around here right now. I don't know why it won't focus. Ha! Well, it is focusing on the canvas. My God, words today. Apparently I can't speak. Yep, let's see if I can do that here. There you go. See? Look at that pretty painting. And we're over here, and sorry for my nails. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? Look at the colors. I love them. It makes me so happy. So I'm doing this for my own event, but also for the Asian All-Year DP Along, I think that is the name, which is hosted by Eve and Adam. They have a Facebook group, and I will link that down below as with Adam's channel. Yep, that's the diamond painting. I will be working with this tray today. This is from Catproof Diamond Tray, and it is in the size Lean Boy. And this is from catprooftray.com. They are on Etsy as well, if I remember. And look at that paw. You can really shake this one around. It is amazing if you have smaller kiddos and if you have animals, because this lid is a little hard to get off. I really like it, even though I do prefer an outer spout, but this is okay. Look at that little paw. I love it. Yes, I love cat-proof trays. This was a gift from my friend Berta, the amazing Berta. We all know her. And I wish that we could buy cat-proof trays over here, but we can't. And I am working with my Leopard Leatherworks pen. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. And if I have, Well, I don't have any of them right now. I don't think I'm going to need them, but I've been using this one if I'm placing crystals. This is from Enabler's Outpost. In this one, I have a single placer from Diamond Art Club with a glue dot in it. Up here, I have a 6 placer from Diamond Art Club with my own homemade scented putty in it. This is gingerbread. I love that smell. For me, that isn't just Christmas. This is an all-year one. I am using my Elizabeth Watt trays, basically the only trays that I use for my regular drills. I also have these little tray system for my specialty drills. This is some fairy dust that I've been placing. I have also been placing some sparklers, and both of these sparklers and the fairy dust I bought off of AliExpress. I wish I could say I bought them from Tima at DP with sparklers, but that is too expensive when you live here overseas. What else am I using? My trusted tweezers, one of them, these ones from Diamond Art Club, and the other ones from AliExpress. I have an iced coffee here, and I have my water there. And yeah, let's see. Next color I'm doing is this one, 400. I am so much enjoying. That wasn't proper English. I am really enjoying this kit so much. I know that there are several others in my Facebook group, and I will link that one down below, of course, as well, if you want to join in my group. We do have a lot of fun, and it isn't just for my event. It is basically for, you know, having fun and sharing diamond paintings and whatnot. So, yeah, please join in. So I'm getting used to this tray again, because I haven't been using it for a while, even though I really do like it. What happened up there? Oh, okay. So yeah, but do let me know down in the comment field how you're doing. I really want to know. Also, you know, what did you do for Christmas and New Year's? I would love to know that as well, if you haven't already told me. Come on, you. You guys, I'm so tired. I actually hope I won't fall asleep doing this video. My shoulder is trying to get rid of me. It feels like that anyway. I have a hard time laying down in my bed, or our bed. So for the past 2 days, I've been sitting up in the couch sleeping, which, you know, really isn't the best. I need to figure out what is going on, because I just do. This isn't feasible. But I am not a big fan of going to the doctors. I'm not afraid of my doctors, I just don't want to go there. Because most of the time they have no idea what to do with me. Is it because of my Klippel-Feil? They don't know. I don't know. Is it because of my hypermobility? They don't know. I don't know. You know, so it is a guesswork, and they never know where to send me, or if they need to send me anywhere. So usually I end up frustrated, and they're frustrated, and nothing happens, and then I get even more frustrated, and I really need to watch my mouth so that I don't, you know, say things that I shouldn't say. Yeah. So sometimes it's just easier to keep to my it came on its own, it goes away on its own, you know. But sometimes it's just don't. And I am trying to brace myself for that doctor's visit, because I don't want to. Yeah. I am not a big fan of doctors. because, for so many years I've been fighting them. First, to get a diagnosis. Then when I finally did get my diagnosis, I had to fight them to get, treatment, even though there isn't really a treatment for Klippel-Feil. I had so many things that I needed to get checked out because of the diagnosis, like my heart, my kidneys, I don't know, everything really, it felt like. And it was a struggle, to get my doctor to, back then I had a different doctor, but it still feels like they don't know what to do with me. And that is frustrating. It's frustrating when your doctor really kind of feels like you're in the way because they don't know what to do with you. So, yep, don't go there any more than I have to. At least they're not fighting me on my medication. That would have been an issue. If I had to fight them every time I needed a prescription, yeah, that would have been an issue. I did, back when I had methadone as one of my medications, at my old doctor's, my primary doctor was like, well, you do know that this isn't supposed to be something that you're on for this long, and we need to wean you, and blah, 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 blah. And every time I was like, okay, so what do you, want to give me instead that is actually working? And she never knew, so I was like, fine, as long as you don't know what will, help me instead, you're not doing anything. Then, she got frustrated, and I was equally frustrated. You see where this is going, basically me being frustrated. So yeah, I'm happy that this clinic isn't doing that. And I am trying to stick to one doctor up there. They are, how many doctors are they? I don't know, 3 or 4. My childhood friend was one of the founders of this clinic. He left a few years ago, which made me kind of sad because, he was the reason that I moved up there. But yeah, it is what it is, and I do get treated okay up there. They try to make sure that everybody has a primary nurse and a primary doctor. I don't even know I know the nurse, which one's my primary nurse, but I'm not sure which one's my primary doctor. Am I? I don't know. See, I don't go there very much. I can't remember the last time I saw a doctor up there, and not just the nurse. It's been a while. Sorry, I have to remove those drills with tabs. Little tabby tabs. This, the grit on this one is pretty tight. So I don't have, it went flying. I don't have room for drills with tabs on them. Which, if you've been here a while, you know that I'm pretty, words, come on. I need my drills to be as perfect as possible. That's not the word that I was going to use, but yeah. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So I need it to be as close to perfection as possible. I know that isn't possible, but as a perfectionist, I am going to try. yeah. What kind of... Hang on. What happened? There you go. Did I put this one? Yep, I did. Come on, you. You're not supposed to be there. Thank you. Oh dear. This tiredness is doing stuff to my brain. I'm pretty sure I've been sleeping way too much because I don't sleep at night, so I basically just sleep during the day. And that isn't healthy either. But, you know, it is what it is. And I'm working on getting myself to call that stupid doctor. Well, she's not stupid. That's not what I mean, Nick. Just, you know that. But, yeah. I am just sick and tired of a shoulder that won't do as I want it. So. And of course it's my right shoulder. If it had just been the left one, I wouldn't have been so annoyed. But it is my right, and I am right-handed, very much so. Yeah, I am 100% right-handed. I can barely do anything with my left hand because I'm missing some muscles in my left hand. So, yeah. It's all good. I just wish it had been my left shoulder. I need to get some massage, but it is so expensive. I mean, it's like $90 or something for an hour, and then I feel cheap, you know. I'm not paying $90 for some massage that might or might not help, you know. I don't know. I don't know if it would even do something, so why? You know, these masseuse people, they should give you a trial hour or something. Like, can you help me? Yes or no? Yeah, you can. Okay, I'm gonna pay you, you know? And no, this didn't do anything, so I'm sorry, bye. And I know that's never gonna happen, but you know, one can dream. And of course, they do need payment for the work that they're doing. That's not it. I mean, most of them are really good, so I just, yeah. I don't want to pay for something that might not work. Because I feel like I have been trying so many things over the years that didn't work and spent a lot of money, wasted a lot of money. Yeah. Where did those drills go? I lost some. Oh, one is there. What happened to the other one there? I heard them go and I'm like, where did they go? Oh, God. So yeah. Oh, if you're wondering how this diamond painting qualifies for the Asian event, because of course a wizard isn't particularly Asian, but there is, let's see, will this one do it again? See, there is owls, and we have some dragons, and we have a, do you see that? Anthony told me this one. I hadn't noticed, but this kind of cloud dragon over there. So we have 3 dragons and an amount of owls that qualifies this one for the Asian event. I hadn't noticed that cloud dragon over there at all. So, yeah. Sorry, I need my iced coffee here. Good. sorry. I feel like I'm trying to keep myself awake. I don't know how long this web and chat will be, because I don't want to fall asleep in the middle of this. Maybe I should try to go to bed early today. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. You never know. What are you guys working on right now? And are you in any events? Are you participating in my event, maybe? I would love if you are. So please let me know what events you are in right now. If you are in any, of course. I know that a lot of my subscribers are participating in the Asian event, which, yay, I love supporting my friends. So I do hope that Adam is having a lot of participants. Well, Eve, of course, too. But it is mostly on Adam's channel. I forgot some. Why is it that every time you're working on a color, you forget some? Well, I know. It's a rule. It's a rule. It's only 4, so I'm just stabbing down here. There you go. And then in a minute, I will find some more. Again, rule. Yeah, I don't even know how many is in my event, because I don't do sign-up sheets or anything. It's just, well, just a paint-along. So, I don't felt like doing a sign-up sheet or anything. It's just for the heck of it, Last year we all did the astronomer, and this year it's pick whatever kit you want to that is a wizard themed diamond painting. Yeah. And I have said no to a few. When people ask, so does this qualify? I'm like, no. This is more magic than wizardy, I mean, yes, draglings is in the magic realm, but they are not wizardy. Well, there's one of Randall Spangler where the draglings is wizards or something. That one would suffice, that one would do. But other than that, most of them are just magic. And I know, sometimes it can be a little hard to make, what's the difference. But there is a difference, at least in my world. Come on, you. See? I'm not a big fan of that spout. Maybe it's because I pour in too many drills. That might be it. Oop, there goes my dryer sheet. Maybe I am just pouring in too many drills. I also need to get used to this tray being so big compared to my Bella Art de Nicole mini trays that I prefer. Those are my favorite trays. That's my Bella Art de Nicole mini. But I do like this one as well, so it's fine. And I decided, okay, I've been using the Bella tray so long now that I needed to show this a little love. So here we are. I don't know if you've been following along in my lives and in others' lives. Well, we've been chit-chatting about, something that's going on in 2026. So the thing is, me and some other creators and non-creators talking about doing an event here in Denmark in 2026. Most likely September in 2026. And it is going to be so much fun. I haven't started yet because, I mean, it's almost 2 years out in the future. But, I'm making plans in my head because I need to figure out where we're staying. I need to find a hotel where we can stay because I feel like we need some place where, we are catered to, where none of us needs to cook or, worry about cooking or shopping or whatever. Yeah. So I'm slowly looking into that. I have a few ideas. Yeah. But I mean, if you think it could be fun, I mean, we have people coming from the US. We have Leanne, Diamonds and Doxies, Anthony from Single and Placing, Shay, Crafting with Shay, mentioned that she might be interested. I don't know if that was serious or if she was just, in spur of the moment. I don't know. But at least these two are safe to say they are coming from the US. And we have Eve is considering it. Then we have Carrie from New Zealand who is, considering it. We have Adam and Angel from the UK. We have Artemis from Sweden. Then we have me from Denmark. So far, the retreat is in Denmark and I am the only Dane. But, I mean, it all got talked about because Leanne and I have been talking about her coming to visit. We've been talking about that for quite a while by now. And then we were chit-chatting about that in a live, and then Artemis was like, well, I'm pretty close because she lives in Sweden. And she was like, oh, if you're coming to Denmark, I am coming too. And then others were like, well, then we're coming too. And I think it was Adam, saying, well, then we'll just fly in from the UK. And it kind of evolved from there and was like, okay, let's do a retreat. I'm like, okay, well, why not? We just need to find somewhere to be because I can't fit that many people in my house. Well, our house, but so yeah. And then it was kind of decided, even though for me it was mostly a joke in the beginning, but it's decided, and people have started savings accounts and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, I need to get into this. And I'm like, okay, well, when we get to 2026, we're going to try to find some sponsors, to do little gift bags just because we can. And I mean, who knows if we'll ever have another retreat like this again, at least here in Denmark. We need to find a name. I made a Facebook group for people that might be interested. So if you're interested and not just, hey, I want to see what's going on in the group, but if you're really interested, you don't have to say, hey, I'm coming 100% just yet. But, if you're interested and think it could be fun, then, let me know and I'll let you in the group. So far, we're 8, I think, in the Facebook group. We've been chit-chatting about, how many we would say, okay, this is enough for this event, retreat. And I think so far we'll landed at 20. Because we're gonna do it here in my little town. And I say little because a lot of you are used to bigger cities, bigger towns. In my city here is in the entire county. And it is a big county. Let me tell you, it's a big county. There is around 50,000 people. So, I mean, it isn't very big. And I need to be able to find places that can host, the retreat, and that won't be taking an arm and a leg. So, yep. Already I'm like, it is going to be more expensive, I think, than if you're in the US, because everything is just more expensive here. It is, and I can't help that. I can't do anything about it. We'll see. I just hope that it won't be so expensive that we have to cancel or find somewhere else. Because I want to show people around. I want to show them stuff, and I can't really do that in other cities because I'm not, familiar with these places. So it has to be somewhere I know, which, I know this place. I'm born here. I'm raised here. I'm familiar, with some of the sites, and I love the history of this city. I can show them, hey, this is where I was born. This is where I went to school. This is, yeah, this is where I used to go dancing when I was 15. And no, I wasn't old enough, but I think this is a thing most Danish younglings did. We were supposed to be 18 before we could be let into any clubs, but most were younger than that. Even, drinking, we were younger than 18. You weren't supposed to be able to purchase alcohol in a club before you were 18. That is kind of the rules in Denmark. 18 is when you legally can purchase alcohol in bars and clubs and whatnot. But most of us have done it even before. We were cheating. We were getting ID cards that made us older than we were. Or we had older friends purchase it. And then back when I was a teenager, a big teenager, the rules weren't as strict. I mean, even kids could go purchase cigarettes or beer or something because they knew that they weren't for the kids, they were for the parents. So we could. I never did it. My parents wouldn't do stuff like that. They did a lot of other bad things, but they didn't do that. Yeah. But I do know people who were sent buying, alcohol, beer, and cigarettes for their parents when they were very young. And it wasn't, anything people even looked at. It wasn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't unreasonable. It wasn't weird, It was just a different time. Yeah. I'm a Gen Xer. Things were just different. Oh, I don't know how many of you are Gen X or maybe boomers or whatnot. I do have a lot of different aged people in my subscriber group, but I am following several content creators on TikTok, not TikTok, I don't use TikTok, Instagram, that are Gen Xers like me. Maybe, maybe they're more the older Gen Xers, born in the beginning of the 70s or the middle of the 70s. Some of them are, in the 50s now, and I'm still mid-40s. But it's hilarious, when I'm a Gen Xer, blah, 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 and we're like known as the angry, indifferent generation because we were we were left to our own devices a lot. I mean, our parents were working. We didn't have cell phones or anything. You know that most likely. So it was, we knew that curfew was when the street lights turned on. Or in the summer, it was a little trickier because the street light didn't turn on until very late. So, but yeah, and at least for me and my brother is what is that, Gen Z? He's from 82. Some of these, if you're a Gen Xer, goes to 82, but I am more the believer of Gen X ending in 1980. So Happy and I are just barely there. We're both 79. I am way closer to 80 than he is, since my birthday is in September. He's born in May. So, but we're both Gen Xers, and yeah. But usually here, at least for me and my brother, we were, since we were quite young, we were camping in the summer. Well, we were camping most of the year. My parents had a camping wagon. I don't know, what do you call those? It wasn't a camper. It was more one of those that you had behind your car. Well, maybe that is a camper and the other one is an auto camper. I don't know. Anyway, so we weren't driving around, all over the place. We had a plot. We didn't own it, but we were renting it on a, yearly base, season base, and we were always in the same spot, as were other people. So, my parents had to work during the week and sometimes in the weekends, and we would be out there, and we had plenty of people looking out for us. They knew, okay, me as parents are working, so they would make sure that we were safe. Where did that one go? And we knew that if something was up, if we hurt ourselves or whatever, we'd go to them. They would make sure that we had not breakfast, well, sometimes breakfast, or lunch or whatever, until our parents were back, early evening or late afternoon. And that's just how it is. And this was going on until, when did we stop? I think early 90s maybe. But this was our summers, most of the time we were out there. And we had friends and whatnot. And we stayed at that place, we were all over the place. We were on the beach, we were running around the forest surrounding this camping space. We were basically, living our life as children, because this was a safe place, and even, we could basically go to any adult there. Even the ones we weren't sure that we knew, the adults weren't dangerous, we didn't have the stranger danger thing back then. We were, okay, if something's up, if someone fell and really hurt themselves, we would find the nearest adults, say what's wrong, and they would help us out, make sure we came back to our camper or to the camper of the ones who were, keeping an eye out for us. Stuff like that, And we would literally run all over the place. And I don't know, for some reason we always knew when it was, lunchtime or dinner time. I think middle of the 80s, I was given a watch so that I could kind of, keep track of the time. But I wasn't always, I wasn't having my brother around all the time because, hey, he is younger than me. And we each had friends out there. So sometimes I would, kind of know where he were. I knew he was in that vicinity of that camping area. So I knew, okay, it's about time to I don't know, eat dinner or lunch or whatever. So I would try to find him, and then we would head back home or to the neighbors or whatever. And yeah, today you wouldn't let kids, I don't know, how old were we? I have no idea. I think I was maybe 7 when we started, just running around on our own. Maybe 8, and back then I would have had to have my brother with me. I don't know, it's so many years ago. But today you wouldn't let children that age run around without supervision on that big of a space, because, I mean, we would just run around on the beach, getting really, really far away. I mean, we could walk for an hour down the beach to just, run around and catching crabs and whatnot, just because we wanted to get away from people, so that they weren't interfering with our hunting. Where did that one come from? Oh, it came from there. I can just imagine today. Yeah. I don't know. And then again, I feel like Denmark is still different enough. I don't know if people would let their kids do that today, just run around. I mean, Rosa is still just 4, and I know with the age that she has now, I wouldn't let her run around even out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, maybe down on our street, and I would just be close by so that I could, keep an eye out that she wasn't running away from the street. Because, I mean, we are 8 houses in this little cul-de-sac, I think is what you would call it. I mean, 8 houses. So I think I would let her play out on our little street without any issues, but I would be there, maybe, removing things from outside, and what are they called? Removing, I can't think today, you people. My brain doesn't work. Weed, oh my God. you know, take away weed from the strawberries or the flowers or whatnot. I could do that while she's running around playing. And I'm pretty sure it would be years before I will just let her run. Because I still know the traffic out here. I know even if we are, kind of in a safe environment, people do drive rather fast. Especially if you go out to the big street, We have a bigger street. It still isn't big compared to many other streets. But people do drive rather fast there. We have a bus coming every 30 minutes until I can't remember what time. I think 7, maybe 7 p.m. I don't know. I've never taken the bus out here. But that might change because the 1st of August this year, they are making buses free. So that might change, so that I can, I want to go into town. But David is having the car. So I'm just going to take the bus. Hopefully it won't ruin my bag. That is basically why I don't take the bus very much. Because many of them drive like, either the cops or the devils in their heels. My bag isn't very responsive to that. But I don't know. It would be good. And I also have, kind of like if we're ending up kind of ways outside of the city to that retreat, I'm like, okay, so we're just taking the bus into town and, walk around looking at what I want to show people. And then we take the bus back to the hotel or motel or wherever we're ending, And then we can diamond paint again. I know for a fact I don't want to sit diamond painting from Thursday to Sunday all the time. That's not really... no. No. I want to move around just a little. I mean, I can diamond paint for hours. That's not it. But eventually I do need to get up and move around just a little. Do we have any use? No. But we do have S's. And I have an arrow that I forgot. Hang on. We have a forgotten arrow. There you go. And yeah. My brother asked if I would pick up Rosa from kindergarten today, and I was like, I wanted to, but I can't. I mean, my shoulder is absolutely not a fan. I did try to... I had to pick her up Monday, and my shoulder was even not really happy about me Monday, and was screaming at me whenever I had to shift gears. So I'm like, no. Plus, I've been sitting up sleeping for the past 2 days, so I'm not even sure it would be a good idea. I mean, if I can't even lay on my shoulder, should I consider driving? No. And David is like, see, this is why we need an automatic car. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, we're going to look at a electric vehicle on Thursday. We were supposed to go on Saturday, but we are going to a funeral on Saturday. One of our trucker friends lost the battle to cancer this Sunday. So we're going to show our respect, support the family. We used to spent time with him and his wife when we were at, trucker events where we would meet up for the entire weekend, have fun drinking, polishing the trucks for competitions, and yeah, smoking and drinking and having the time, a lot of fun. And yeah, and now he's gone. I mean, he was diagnosed, 4.5 months ago, and by then it had already spread to his bones. And yeah, I mean, I remember David telling me, and he told me where it had spread to, and I'm like, he isn't going to survive this. But where it had spread, I knew that he wasn't surviving that. Of course, I was hoping, I was praying for a miracle. But sometimes you just know, right? You know that this isn't one of those cases where chemo and radiation and stuff is going to work. And this would literally be divine interception if he was going to live another year, which sadly he didn't. So, but it is sad. I mean, he was just 55. He was about to be a grandpa in March. Their daughter is expecting. I am not sure if he's also a paternal grandfather. I haven't really kept in touch for years. I've had my own stuff. And yeah. His wife have some mental issues. And even though I really, really do like her, there are just some mental issues and some people that clash with my personality, apparently. Not everybody loves that I am very honest and say things as I see them, and my opinions on stuff, which is fine. I mean, you don't have to like me. Absolutely not. And a weekend here and a weekend there was fine, and we got along and had fun, and yeah. We had our own little name for some of the ladies. We were a group of friends that were usually hanging out at these truck events, and we were having our own name. And it sounds bad, the name we gave ourselves, and it isn't as bad as it sounds, okay? But we were somehow calling ourselves the trucker whores, which isn't meant in any way, It was just us making jokes, making fun of ourselves and how we were also into this trucker lifestyle and married to truckers, Yeah. It was basically a joke. It was a big joke, and the guy whose funeral we're going to make t-shirts for us just because he found it hilarious that we were calling ourselves that. And yeah. Sometimes I miss that time. For some reason, it seemed simpler. It was, a bunch of friends meeting up X amount of times a year, spending time with friends and having fun and leaving everything behind those weekends, No worries, just fun. And yeah, sometimes I miss it, and then other times I'm like, I'm just kind of happy that I don't have to drive, I don't know where, and then drive home again on Sundays and not getting enough sleep, having to sleep in our car. Back then we had a bigger car, so I would have a mattress in the back of our car, take down the back seats, and then I would have room for the mattress, and I would sleep there for the weekend because in the truck there was only one bed. David and I tried to sleep in that bed, which, no, it wasn't possible. We were both warm people at night, and we were both trying to move away from the heat, which meant none of us really got any sleep. And then we had that station car, and I would sleep there. I didn't mind it. It was actually like having my own little auto camper, our own camper, and I had all the things that I needed there, and yeah. But it was rough, I'm getting there and getting home, and I had to drive, and sometimes it was hours away. I remember when we have, what is that, 2.5 hours, 3 hours away from here at a flower park, which is very popular here in Denmark. But it took me almost 3 hours to get there, and then 3 hours back home when you're tired. So, I mean, sometimes I had to stop several times on the way home to get out and, get some fresh air, maybe, pull in, sleep half an hour, then drive again. Yeah, it would sometimes take me 4 hours, 4.5 hours to get home because I needed the breaks. But I did it because it was fun. It was friends. It was, but I don't think I would do it today. Today I won't even be able to drive 5 hours, 3 hours to go somewhere, Today I'm like, I can drive about an hour, maybe 15 minutes. And then I'm not driving any more than that. So I don't even know if it would be possible for me to attend one of these events anymore. And David doesn't have his own truck anymore like he did back then. Now he's sharing it with, and it is a bigger company, and yeah. It isn't the same anymore as it was back then. That wasn't it. Is it this one? Yep. So yeah. But it was fun back then. We have an H. No H's. We have an E. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I am going to try to finish off this square, and then I'm gonna leave you for today. But I don't really have that much left. So yeah. I don't know. Do you have anybody in your family that is a truck driver, or maybe you know someone? Have you ever been with somebody. I know being a trucker in the US, for instance, is different because the distances is so much bigger than they're here. And I do know because I am in some, trucker family groups online, trucker wives and trucker girlfriends, and how, actually they end up living in that truck, full time. They don't have a place. They don't have an apartment or a house. They basically just live in that truck. Again, most trucks in the U.S. are bigger. They have more room and whatnot. But yeah. But being bigger, and remember, David and I have been talking about, okay, when he retires one day, it would be kind of fun to buy an RV. That's the name I was looking for, not just a camper. Buy an RV and travel, travel Europe, travel everywhere we want to go. And, basically we would just have a house on our backs. I don't think we would, live in it full time. I would prefer having somewhere to go back to, be able to see family, to being able to, invite family for Christmas and whatnot. Of course, we wouldn't need as big as a house as we have today because we might, not be there as much. But it would be fun, just saying, okay, so I just saw this article about Greece or Paris or wherever. Don't you want to go see that because it sounds so interesting? And like, sure, yeah, let's go. And then just hop in and drive to wherever, sorry, our nose is dragging us. I kind of like that freedom. The interesting thing, I'm not really a very spontaneous person. I hate unknown things. I mean, if somebody was to come knock on my door right now, I most likely wouldn't open, even though they'd be able to see me from the street. But I hate, when things just happen and I don't have time to prepare. I mean, call me and say, hey, I'll be there in 5 minutes, or I'm 5 minutes out, so can we maybe have a coffee? And I would most likely say, sure, but our house is a mess, so you have to live with that. And then try to make a fast cleanup. I would tell them, yeah, sure, can you give me 10 minutes maybe? But just show up and knock on my door? No. No. We don't do that. So yeah, but it is interesting because if I'm doing it myself, being spontaneous, it isn't an issue. But others doing it is an issue. I did it. This square is done. Can you see the woman? Isn't she beautiful? And then she has a light. I'm going to bling up the light. I know there is some bling to it, but I am going to bling it up even more. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Oh, I was thinking about blinging up her clothes, but no, I don't know. Do you see her? She's an angel because she has wings. She's beautiful. She looks so much better in the camera, but I do think she's beautiful. And you also see her wings, and then her arm going up to the torch. She's beautiful. And there you can see the mouth of the dragon, that dragon I was talking about in that cloud. But yeah. Next up, I have this square, and I don't know, maybe 4 squares more before I am done with this row. There we go. I am using them and then I'm not using them because I make bigger squares. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know, this is where my square goes to and this is where the perforated cover goes. So I'm making my squares bigger than the perforation. But that is how I roll. So yeah, I hope you had some enjoyment out of listening to my rambles. If not, sorry. But please, do give my video a thumbs up. I really, really, appreciate those. And oh my God, I'm sorry. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye. Love you all. Bye.